What is up, YouTube? Today, we're diving into the best PKM attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. The PKM is an LMG built for strong mid-range control. It fires at 669 rounds per minute and deals 25 damage per shot, giving it a 269 millisecond time to kill at its optimal 40 meter range. It doesn't have the fastest fire rate, but what it lacks in rounds per minute, it makes up for in damage. With a 75 round belt, you have the ability to take on multiple enemies without worrying about a reload, and that makes a huge difference in objective modes or when holding down a position. This build doesn't touch the range because it doesn't really need to. Instead, we're focusing on improving the weapon's handling, control, and stability. This is to be able to run and gun and also to hold down positions as you wish. Muzzle velocity drops slightly from 600 to 546 meters per second, but that lets us calibrate the PKM to gain better ADS speeds, better strafe speeds while aiming, and improved visual control. The recoil is heavily toned down with this setup so that you can focus more on holding your angles or running and gunning and less on fighting the gun itself. And we have boosted the stability to reduce the lens shake, helping you stay locked on as you rain fire. With this build, the PKM becomes an even stronger LMG that dominates mid-range fights, holds down space, and gives you the ability to push at will. With all of that said, let's get into the attachments. Let's begin with a PKM that has nothing on it, starting off with the barrel, where we go for the PKM Trench Short Barrel. This gives us a pretty good amount of control, handling, and accuracy even, at the cost of a little bit of stability, but that's okay because what we mainly care about here is helping out our handling. We do lose the bipod slot, but we're not gonna use it anyway, so that's okay. Then for the muzzle, I highly recommend the Bastion Horizontal Compensator because it gives you a lot of horizontal control, which is the main issue with a lot of these weapons. You don't really want to be controlling the horizontal recoil, you only want to be controlling the vertical recoil. It's a lot easier to just pull down on your mouse than have to remember the exact pattern that the recoil goes in. It also helps with our firing stability and firing camera stability, so that's also a nice little plus. Then on the foregrip, we go for the X25U Angled Combat Grip. Although it hurts our handling and our stability, we get a huge help with our control, which is highly necessary for this weapon, and we are going to be helping out both of these later. It also gives a good amount of accuracy, so you might actually be able to use this as a hipfire weapon too. Then on the left rail, I really enjoy putting on the PEC2 red laser light combo. I choose red because it is the least visible, so that your enemies have a harder time seeing it when you do have it on, and you always want to have it on because it helps your handling and your accuracy, but only while it's on. Your ADS speeds do go down by about 50 milliseconds, so that's a lot of help already just on having a laser. Then on the upper rail here, to help out with the stability, we put on the KC Hound handguard panel. It might not seem like much, but one stability point is actually a decent amount. Moving on to the rear grip, I have found that the AK Heavy Tower grip is the best one because it gives you this empty slot here where you can put on the stable grip base. We need a lot of stability on this weapon, and this is one of the easiest ways to find the most amount of stability possible. The optic is purely preference, but I really like going for the microsight riser, where I then put on the panoramic red dot sight. This is to make sure that we clear the iron sight post here so that it's not obstructing the view. And last but not least, to nobody's surprise, I really enjoy going for the skeleton sniper stock because it gives you the maximum amount of stability while only hurting your control a little bit and our accuracy too, but you don't really need it that much. So the huge boost in handling and stability is definitely worth it. They might nerf this later on, I guess we'll see, but for now this is probably the best stock in the game. Now this is the full build, but let me show you the full stats here, the detailed stats for the PKM, so that you can see how it will be changing when we calibrate it. The fall off multiplier is the default, so let's move on to the control where you can see the actual effects of the attachments that we have put on so far, and you can see that our recoil is much better, much easier to control now. There's still a decent amount of vertical recoil, but that's okay because all you have to do for the vertical recoil is just pull down a little bit harder. Current firing stability I really have not found to affect the PKM too much, so we're not going to worry about this one that much here. Then for the handling, you can see that we have made it better already, and we're only going to improved this, making the PKM pretty good at shorter to mid-range fights. You just don't want to be using it against an M250, for example, on a long-range battle. Moving on to the stability, the only things that I'm going to be changing here are the breath sway range and the movement stability, but not by much. The rest is going to stay the same, and sadly we cannot squeeze out any more stability out of the weapon in a feasible manner, so this is not the type of weapon that you want to hold down your breath the whole time as you shoot. But considering the lens stability while firing that we have now, you shouldn't really have much of a problem controlling it. So now let's go to the calibration so that we can improve the weapon even more. Starting off with the barrel, where we put the weight limit all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed. This will keep us nice and fast, and you'll be dodging bullets left and right as long as you strafe. The length is also going down to the minimum so that you can get more ADS speed, making sure that we keep this LMG faster than most other LMGs. Then for the foregrip, we put the placement all the way to the maximum for the extra control. This weapon does have a decent amount of recoil, so we're trying to minimize that as much as possible. And the thickness goes all the way down to get even more ADS movement speed. Then for the rear grip, we're moving the weight limit all the way up to the maximum for the extra control, and the thickness all the way down to the minimum for even more hipfire aim speed, which directly translates to even better ADS times. Then for the stock, the weight limit goes all the way to the maximum for even more control, and the cheek pad placement all the way down to the minimum for even more ADS movement speed. This means that all we have left is the riser optic here, where we put the eye relief all the way down to the minimum so that you can see as much as possible within your optics window. And now that's all the calibration for the weapon, so let's go back here to the detailed stats to show you just how much we have improved it. Fall off multiplier, always the same. Let's go to control, where you can see now that pretty much every single bullet stays on target, even if you were not to control it. We have extremely minimal horizontal recoil, which is amazing, and our vertical recoil is super easy to control now. The firing stability again doesn't really affect the PKM that much, so you should have no issues with random stray bullets as you shoot. For the handling, you can see that we have improved it tremendously. This is much better than it used to be in the past. In literally every stat, now you can actually move with your ADS movement speed, make sure that you dodge those bullets, while at the same time having 328 milliseconds of current ADS speed because we have the red laser on during the match. Our sprint to fire delay is really nice, so you really don't have to worry too much about sprinting as somebody gets right in front of you. So let's move on to the stability, where you can see now what I meant by the breath sway range is going to be hurt a little bit, and same thing with the current movement stability, but they are still better than the default. The most important stat here is the current lens stability while firing, which we have improved by a lot. So this will make it pretty easy to keep your targets in your sights. Now that you know the stats and we have dialed in our attachments and calibration, let's hop into the firing range just to see how it handles. First, I will unload the whole magazine without controlling the recoil at all here, and keep in mind that this is a weapon with 75 rounds, so this is gonna be pretty high. But as you can see, most of the recoil was basically just up and to the left like that. So now for this second go around, I will be controlling the recoil, and all I'm doing is pulling down and to the right, and I'm pretty much keeping everything inside of one nice tight group. Most of the recoil is at the beginning of the pattern too, so all you have to do is hold shift at the very beginning of the pattern, and now you can let go, and all you have to do is keep going down and to the right, and everything again stays really nice and tight. The PKM is around a B tier weapon. The time to kill is decent, but when you compare it to the best LMG, which is the M250, the overall stats of the PKM can't really get high enough. This makes it a fun to use LMG and fun to level, but nothing too crazy. And now that we have the build locked in, let's jump into Imagine Shafted to see the setup in action. Enjoy! We're in Shafted with the PKM playing as Uluru for our engineer of choice today. Let's try to get a good game here with this PKM. Somebody's little head. That was a little aim right there. Pretty on the left side. I had 0 health. Nice. We have 75 rounds here on the PKM. I saw her leg. Oh, he went all the way over here? Wait, there's somebody else. I got him too. Okay, hold on. I keep thinking that he's just gonna sit there in place while he shoots at me. I couldn't be any more wrong. Get this guy here. I thought that was a respawn beacon, but it wasn't. Only have 75 bullets. Well, only. That's a lot, actually. It's an LMG, so we do have 75 rounds on this thing. I'm gonna die here if I don't get behind something. Stick behind cover whenever you need to reload. It's a lot of bullets to reload. Right there, huh? I'd just throw that. Gotta get out of there. That's an M250. If he hits me one more time, I'm dead. Trying to go all the way around them right now. Just too many of them over here on the side. There's a couple of them. They spawn in here. Definitely gotta be careful now. Got him. Okay, one more coming on this side, I think. Yep, there we go. That was the one. I got 4 rounds to see if I don't die while I reload. 5 rounds takes forever to reload. And health takes forever to come back too. Sticking around this area this way, I can make it a little bit harder for them to get to the point. You have them coming up? Oh yeah, there's one. I guess he saw me and jumped down. Still alive, surprisingly enough. Try to get onto the A point here. Oh. Get you first. Cannot believe I killed him with the 2 leftover bullets that I had there. Okay, now I have 0 ammo. Maybe I can reload. Probably not. I'm just gonna die here, I think. Put up a little wall. Yeah, hopefully they don't know. I'm not sure if they know. He didn't know. I'll tell you that. S. Good. And we get the free points of everybody running by. Although I have no health, so it's gonna be a little hard to do that without dying. I also have no ammo. I have nothing. Nothing at all. Where are they at? Just an LMG, so it should do pretty well in this type of situation. Except that I just got destroyed by a sniper revolver. Shafted should be a really good map for the PKM. Like perfect ranges. And it has a lot of like little tunnels and areas that a lot of people are gonna be in, so that you don't have to reload as often since it is an LMG. Should be good. Should be a good match for us. We're doing already really good too. Ooh, she almost got me. That was a lot of zigzagging she was doing. Good stuff. I did not realize. I thought it was just teammates to the left, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. That was actually an enemy. Go to the left side again here. Quite a few of them this time. I see them. Whoa. Just lined up for me. Okay, not this third one. Oh, thank you, teammate. I think I'm gonna die anyways, but if you keep surviving me, I should eventually survive. If I just move forward. Yeah, there we go. It worked. Thank you. Thank you. Do this right here. Bounce it off the wall. Make sure I hit him. Got her. There's a couple of them here. Talk about oh my goodness, they just got ran over. Not out of all maps, I did not expect people to get run over and shafted. In the tunnels too. Over here somewhere on the side. Anybody? Usually there's like a person right there, head glitching. I don't see them this time. Somebody else? Yeah, they see me. They see me. There's no way I live. Here's somebody running, and it must be from here, I think. Oh my goodness, I got scared by that. I don't know what that was. I think it was the ladder. That's embarrassing. Oh, wow. Got him. Good. There we go. Gotta reload this thing. We are doing 25 damage per shot. Tell you about it a little bit as I reload. We do have a 669 nice rounds per minute. I probably shouldn't say it myself. It's not funnier that way, right? But we do have 669 rounds per minute on this thing. Really good for that. Our time to kill is 269 milliseconds. I'm pretty sure there's like a little section there that I can throw that. Yeah. I'm so glad that I can see them. Whoa. A grenade. See you too? I think that's it, right? Yeah, I think we're good here. Good to go. But that time to kill of 269 milliseconds is at up to 40 meters. Which is pretty alright, honestly, for an LMG. Not bad at all. This is definitely meant to be more used in closer ranges anyways, this LMG. So it works out pretty well in combination with our 500 and... Oh, whoa, okay. I'm gonna die here. Let's take this off first. We put out... Oh my god, I'm just getting shot up from everything. Well, I'm gonna die here if I stay. That's an S12K with the on a Viren. That's dirty. Whoa. Yeah, you go, teammate. Our shield is better than your shield. Our muzzle velocity of 546 meters, meters per second, is pretty decent too, considering that we're gonna keep using this at shorter ranges. The surprising part about this LMG is that it really only deals 25 damage per shot, but the overall time to kill is actually pretty good, so pretty happy with that. We're off to the side already, which is really nice. There's somebody right there in the corner, so I'm gonna throw out a fire grenade while I wait, reload, and get my health back. Okay, I'm gonna die by that grenade, aren't I? Maybe not, actually. Okay, 2 grenades going over here. 3 grenades going over there. Pretty much every map, every game in general, you want to try to catch people off guard whenever you get a chance to. It's hard to do in Shafted. Everything is just little hallways where everybody just bunches up. Wait, that guy was alive? I thought he was dead. Throw this out here. Oh my god, so many things happening. Oh, he got me good. I bet there's a couple of them going this way at least. First, okay, good, he almost killed me. Yes, okay. Doing good, we're doing good. 48 kills so far, pretty good with the PKM. Man, that smoke, I wish I wasn't there. Couple of people down here. Just rushing through, apparently. I just throw this out right inside. Well, I could probably run through that now. That's my own. Oh man, I'm about to kill myself if I step on that. Yo, still alive. We're doing good. Was prone. Got him too. There's another one. I saw him on the right. Throw a grenade. Burn. Guy's up there. Let's see if we can take him out of there. Doesn't even matter right now. We're just gonna win apparently. I have 0 ammo though. Oh yeah. For the head if you get a chance to. Just super easy to control this thing the way that we have it set up, so very nice to use. Right behind them. Let's get on the point here. We're about to win. Wait, are they behind right now? They are. Not let that happen. Are you here? Whoa, as long as I don't get killed by this guy, I think I'm good. Oh yeah, we did it. That's the PKM. We got a whole 59 kills with that thing unshafted in a very quick match. That wasn't bad at all. Comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this PKM. And if you have any way to improve it even more, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you on the next one. Owl out.